ANC leaders in the Western Cape will mark Mandela Day today with a wreath-laying ceremony at the Drakenstein Correctional Facility in Paarl. Madiba was released from the then Victor Verster prison in February 1990. ANC leaders will lay a wreath at Madiba's statue in front of the prison. They'll be joined by veterans and volunteers, and they will observe the COVID-19 safety regulations. Provincial party leaders have hoisted the national flag in the Cape Town CBD as part of Mandela Day celebrations. Meanwhile, the International Nelson Mandela Day is the day to mark his birthday, but it's now the day where everyone is asked to do good for humanity in remembrance of his selfless service. For political parties, it's a day where they reflect whether their leadership roles still exhibit the spirit of the late former statesman. Mzwandile Mbeje reports.
Nelson Mandela is the late revered global icon, perhaps setting one of the highest examples in leadership. Political parties across the world aspire to emulate his leadership. In South Africa, different parties normally try to do good on his birthday to follow his example. His party, the ANC, has asked its members and citizens at large to follow in Madiba's footsteps. They have a number of activities to mark 67 minutes of doing good.
The African National Congress urges all South Africans and ANC members, branches and supporters, black and white, to play their part in the spirit of Mandela Day, to alleviate the burden of pain, hunger, and sickness. Compassion and solidarity must define and characterize our interaction with those who are less fortunate than us, those who are still homeless, those who are jobless, those who have no water and electricity.
The Congress of the People has asked its members to assist the needy in their respective areas.
It is very important that all of us must fight this poverty that is so rife in our society. We must never forget what Nelson Mandela have done.
For its part, the ATM says it's also focusing on the needy by distributing food parcels. So is the NFP.
We've decided to continue with our program to give out food parcels to needy families. We have identified these families throughout our provincial leadership and regional leaderships. Will continue to do these things, obviously led by the national deployees.
NFP will use this year's Mandela Day celebrations to make a difference in our society by giving out food parcels to the needy. We plan to continue supporting disadvantaged families not only for 67 minutes, but for a consistent 67 days.
Al-Jamaa says it will engage in various activities that highlight Madiba's commitment to humanity.
Because of the pandemic, Al-Jamaa is celebrating Mandela Day in different ways. The party believes former President Mandela wanted little things that count to bring relief and joy to all communities who need it.
Madiba's longtime friend and former IFP leader urged South Africans to stick to current regulations to honor Madiba's legacy.
May this Mandela Day see us more active than ever in lending a hand, virtually, financially, and through messages of hope.
As was the call from one SA leader, Musa Maimane.
We dare never lose track of the values of reconciliation, the values of a non-racial society, a society that is inclusive economically for all our citizens.
IFP leader Velengosini Hlabisa says this time should remind all South Africans of sacrifices they need to make to honor Madiba's legacy.
We are reminded that this is a day where we must work for social and economic justice, to work for our people who are still suffering from the ills of the past and new ills of this age, which is violence against women and children. Above all, we are faced by the pandemic. When we celebrate the day of Madiba, let us all be vigilant and take every necessary step to save life and not be counted as statistics.
As the world celebrates Madiba's legacy, analysts say the current crop of leadership is found wanting on many aspects.
Faced with the current challenges of inequality, of poverty, of sometimes poor service delivery, and now the COVID-19, it would take decisive leadership, ethical leadership to deal with the challenges of our time. And this we have not seen in many instances, whether in the ruling party or some opposition parties, and he remains a benchmark and a beacon light of hope in many ways. And it is for that reason that many leaders around the world still cite him as an example.
Nelson Mandela is often cited as the inspiration for future leaders, perhaps the reason why the United Nations saw the need to declare his birthday the International Mandela Day. Mzwandile Mbeje, SABC News, Johannesburg.